Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Crikey. You guys are in already. Boom, straight in. Julie Sharp, Lynn Fern, Angie, Billy Diamonds, Lynn, and Becky. Welcome to the show. Good to see you guys. Wow. You, I thought I was going to be on the ball tonight. Lovely to see you guys. Now, first and foremost, as I check every single week, can you hear me? Just get a resounding yes. Please, please, please. If you can do that, that'd be fantastic. Just say yes if you can see me. That'd be fantastic. And welcome to tonight's show. This is Reach Across Live, so therefore, it'll be all about reads and so on, stuff like that, you know. Angie, how are you and the family? You speaking exist now? The family's good. Johanna is well, she's still poorly. She's still not too good. She spent the last 2 days in bed where she should be, you know. So if you can, I'd be really appreciative if you could basically keep sending your loves, keep sending your healing and your prayers for her. That'd be really, really good. Thank you so very, very much. Darian Ray, hi, welcome to the show. Good to see you guys. Thank you so much. If you haven't already done it, please hit that like button and come and make sure that we, you know, we keep our place here on YouTube. So basically, YouTube is going to be starting to cut away the shows that haven't got the followers. So I need you, you know, the American wanting poster. I need you to help me. So please like the show. Please don't forget to comment below. And more importantly, please share the show. If you haven't already subscribed to the show, do it now. It's all free of charge. Dawn's joined us as well. Lovely Dawn. How my love? Good to see you. Loretta Lewis, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Prayers for Johanna. Very much appreciated. Thank you so much. Christine Allison, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Barry is in the house. Barry is in her house. Barry, good evening, my mate. Good to see you, pal. We're gonna have to get together for a brewski very sometime. You know, I mean, not necessarily beer, but a nice cup of coffee and a good old chat. Get some planning done. Baz, if you have some time, give us some time when you're free, and we'll get the team together and get this planned. Liked and shared. Please make sure you like and share the show. It's very, very important. Please, 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 please. So tonight is all about Reach Across Live. So it's all about linking in with our friends and family who have crossed over. And how it's based is quite simply this. Please, please, please. Although I haven't seen it for a long time. I'm going to be really promoting you guys. I haven't seen it for a long time. But I used to get a lot of people typing in anything from me. And the answer will be a resounding no. Because if you can't be bothered, why would you expect spirit to be bothered? So the way it works is that I want to build up energy around you. Just going to touch the screen here. I want to build up energy around you, you guys. So the best thing to do is for you to get involved, get a question going, all righty, and get things going so we can get energy built up, because your friends and family are going to use your energy to link in with me and my guides and my angels, all right? So let's make that happen, all righty. Barry, will do, Paul. My daughter Olivia wants to say hi. Hi, Olivia. Hi. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Lovely. Thank you for being here, Olivia. Thank you for being here. It's very, very kind of you. And are you looking after your old dad, because he's getting old now, you know? You want to be looking after him, you know. Start polishing up the Zimmer frame and things like that. Would love to link with my family, says Loretta. Loretta, that's you know what? Thank you very much for saying that, because that is a really good intro. I would love to link up with my family. The thing is, you already are, my darling. Firstly, before we go anywhere, Loretta, my sweetheart, come off Facebook. Get off Facebook. Come out of Facebook. Go across to YouTube. All right? Go into YouTube and just click on the link on YouTube, or click on the link that's on my, I posted just before we came on, 5 minutes before we came on, I posted on my Facebook to say, okay, show starts in 5 minutes time. And there's a link there. Click on that If you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, zip across the YouTube. In the search bar at the top, type in Paul Francis 111 or Paul Francis Medium. Boom, it'll bring you right back to the show, and subscribe to the show. And then you will always be sent a reminder to say Paul's going to be starting a show shortly, and you won't have to worry about it again. So click the subscribe button, click the little notification bell icon. That's the bit that gets you, tells you Paul's going to be coming on, all right? Or anything that I release on YouTube, you'll be told about it. Darian says, I've been having vivid dreams. Share away, my pal, share away, and I will happily talk you through those particular dreams. Now, what I'm going to be doing, I might even do it tonight. You never know. What I might be doing is I will send you a link, and you can come on the show and talk to me on a one-to-one basis, and what we discuss together. And you might even get a read out of that as well, because if I'm working with you on a one-to-one basis, the likelihood of you getting a read fairly high, because I'm working directly with your energy. See, so share away. Let's the spirit want to give me a message, but I don't get them. All right, we'll share them, Darian, and I'll see what I can do for you. I will say this, Darian, as I'm kind of trying to link in with you, I keep getting pushed off to the side. So the message could well be, if you're not understanding it, it could well be meant for somebody else in your family. That's the feeling I'm getting, alrighty? So if there's a weird message coming in, you can't make heads or tails of it, but it's coming on a repeated sort of like format. If you've seen it over and over and over again, it could well mean that it's meant for somebody else in your family, which I keep getting pushed to one side. There's a female in your family who wants they want me to acknowledge. There's a gentleman in spirit. There are two gentlemen in spirit that stand side by side. So either they're brothers or cousins, because they stand shoulder to shoulder. So they're of the same family. One of the gentlemen crosses over with an aneurysm or a heart attack or something that goes bang, like a thud. It feels like a real thud to me. So it's either an aneurysm or a heart attack, but it's not like, he passes over with kidney failure, because it feels thump, and it goes over that way. There's a mark. I think it must be Mark, because I'm getting it with the R sign being dragged, and then like a K or C at the end of it, to be acknowledged. And somebody crosses over with complications. So either complications happen during, for an example, an operation, or complications that was built up through an illness, but there's a complications field, and there's dots going up around the torso, which means failures. So organ failure, kidney failure, lung failure. There's that stuff like that's coming up that they want me to acknowledge. I keep getting pushed off to a female to your side, though, Darian. So either a wife, sister, cousin, but I keep getting pushed to pass a message to somebody on your side. Somebody's dealing with issues at the minute, and there's a feeling of I'm alone. Nobody knows about this, or nobody's willing to help. She needs to know she's most definitely not alone. Okay, she is definitely not alone. They are around her, and this gentleman who kind of gets the feeling, I kind of get the feeling I'm in charge. Okay. But if I was in charge, it would be done in a gentle way. It wouldn't be like, you will jump to attention. It feels more like, hey, listen, guys, let's get it together. Let's focus on this. It feels more, motivated being in charge, rather than you will do what I tell you in charge, if you know what I mean. Right, let's have a look at what Darren said. My dad passed from a heart attack. Yes. Oh God, oh my God, that's my. Oh well, I'm glad to bring your father through. Right. Okay. So, what do you want to talk about for Darian? You got to stop putting your own life on hold, Darian. That's the feeling I'm getting. Okay. It's a matter of, for people to be able to be, for people to get to their goals or get motivated, sometimes have to be led. Doesn't mean that they're sheep and you're a shepherd. It means sometimes if people who are they'll watch somebody who's motivated and they get on with it, and they see themselves going, all right, if he can do it, I can do it. Feel, you know what I mean? So it's the way I'm getting of this gentleman saying to me, don't put your life on hold. Get on with it. Make it happen. Get the options in. That's the word I'm hearing. Get the options in. Okay. I don't know whether you've got a lump in your throat, but he's making me feel like I'm finding it difficult. Now it's weird because I was looking through some photographs on um, in a folder that I had last night, and one came up with my dad, and I instantaneously felt sad. I mean, I felt sad, and I'm getting that feeling again, Darian. So I don't know whether you're feeling a lump in your throat because I'm talking about your dad. He's shouting, or they're shouting the name Steve or Stephen. Strong ST name. Can you understand that? Like Steve, Stephen, that kind of a name is being shouted. Carol Amirio, welcome to the show. Good to see you, my darling. Yay, I made it. Yes, you did. At the start of the show, too. Well done. Loretta Lewis, hi, welcome to the show. They're telling me to talk about the ST names, Darren, like Steve, Stephen, Stephanie, that kind of a name to be acknowledged. Look, as you move out of November into December, there's a couple of opportunities. There's a couple of things coming up. Steph, I would take Steph. Yes, I would take that. Remember when I'm talking to Darian and everybody else who's watching the show currently live and who will watch the show later. Whenever I hear names, don't automatically assume that name has crossed over. In my referencing, Paul Francis referencing, it means who they are, who's with them, or please say hi to. And I can be off by names, but I won't be off by the initial or what it sounds like. So I'll say like Steve, Steph, Stephanie. So if you accept Steph, then I always bow to you. I won't force anything into your mind. I will give it to you. But as we come towards the end of November, as we move into the early parts of December, there's opportunities planned in and around here that should be taken. Okay, they should be taken upon because they're going to bring benefits with them in as we turn into the new year, sort of January, February time. Alrighty. Now I don't know what you were wanting to ask me, Darian, but he's telling me to tell you to ask the question. He's saying, tell him to ask the question. Ask the question. Ask the question. Yes, he did love you. Okay, that came straight in afterwards. But he's patting me on the shoulder right now, which means to me pride. That's a symbol that means pride. He's very proud. Yes, he's very, very proud. Maybe he didn't get the opportunity to say that a lot, but it definitely is definitely the case. All right. Will you get communications back from your partner? I think that's where he means step up to the plate. Now, like I said to you as well, the opportunities are coming up towards the end of November and the start of December, and those opportunities should be worked on then because they're going to bring dividends in January, February time already. Okay, so what I'm going to do, he said to me just four. I was going to say to him, have you got a number? When he shout the number 4 to me like that, it either means the fourth of a month or the fourth month, April. I had to go through it in my head. Either the fourth month of April or the fourth of a month is significant, but I'm going to go for the fourth card. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle them in front of the camera so people don't think that these are preordained. Okay, so fourth card in 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Card number 4 is, all right, you asked the question, will I get communication back from my partner? However, Look at the color of the angel, purple, the color of spirit. So it means keep your spirits up, okay? It doesn't mean things are going to go south. Just keep your spirits up. Sometimes, and I'm hearing balance, okay? Sometimes balance or amicability is the right way forward, okay? Balance and amicability. Remember, I've said that. But at this moment right now, it's not the right time. That's where we're moving it to the end of the end of January, end of November to into December. I had chills when you said Mark. Oh wow, okay. Do you want to share why? um, if that's down to communication, pal, honestly, and I really, that's what that means. Gotcha. This is the communication. This is the blue chakra is based here, and it's the chakra of communication. Okay. Really, really is important for you to just be open, honest, and communicate, but don't be needy. Okay, that's the kind of feeling I'm getting. Hopefully that helps you out, my pal. And thanks very much for being the very first read of the night. So, welcome to everybody. If you haven't had a read of me before, let me know. Um, the energies are here with me tonight. I was doing some meditation before I came onto the show, and I'm more than happy to bring through anybody's link, anybody who's out there. Remember, as I was saying to, I think it was, or the lady's name is Carrie, it's not McDonald's. I don't pull up and tell them which one I want. Um, if the energy is supposed to come through tonight, they will. If they're not supposed to come through tonight, they won't. It's that simple. That's your dad, Mark, your dad, right? Well, he's definitely around. Um, the kind of the feeling is the residual feeling I'm getting is he would not have believed in what I do. All right, he kind of on the fence with religion. Didn't not believe in it, but didn't really put a lot of stock in it. But different kettle of fish now. Sherpa, I came to you for a reading. I came for a reading at your home around 20 years ago. You haven't aged at all. Well, now I love you. Thank you so very much. Listen, my bones would disagree with you. All right, my bones would disagree. I'm sure I didn't have this then. Sherpa, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you very much. I'm going to assume that because you've come back to the show, or you come back to watch the show tonight, the reading must have been okay. I'll take a Big Mac, says Lewis. I've had to cut all that stuff out. I'm on a very much a big health kick at the minute, so all kind of heavily processed foods are now shelved, and we're eating a lot of fresh produce. And I made a lovely stew last night for the family, and every one of the family members nearly took the pattern off the bowl. Their response last night was, "Dad, oh my God, this is the food for this weather," so they loved it. I saw a cave-like window. I went near it. I went near it. I pressed it and then opened up, and I saw a river flowing on a mountain ahead. Then I saw a lady with a child going to the river. That's my dream. All right, interesting. Okay. I saw a cave like a window. Okay, I'm assuming you mean like that. I went near it, pressed on it, and opened it up, and I saw a river flowing. Right. Okay. Well, the river would represent moving through life. Okay, continuous flow. And the mountain ahead means you've got a bit of a mountain to climb. Okay, but there's an old saying: you're never given a mountain you can't climb. In other words, you are going to get through the area or the part of your life that you think you're in. I see good things ahead for you in 2025. I really, really do. I see freshness. There was a kind of a springtime feel about that read. Okay, so I really do feel that you really have to lighten up on yourself a bit, Darren. I really do think you're going to be okay, pal. Don't worry about it. And that the mountain is like it's so the river is the flow of life to continue with the flow of life. The river runs, it runs fresh, and it comes from the mountain. Okay, remember that. But the mountain means what you're dealing with, and but we're always being told that you're never given a mountain you cannot climb. Okay, remember that. So when in desperation and you think you're up against it, you're never given a mountain you can't climb. You told her that 20 years ago, Barry. Git. Making stew tomorrow, says Julie Evans. Oh, it's a good dish, and it's weirdly a dish you can not you can. I mean, I made a full stew last night with all fresh vegetables and meat, and I made it in 15 minutes. I mean, I prepped the stew. It took hours to cook, but I prepped it in 15 minutes, really quick. But when you're a chef like me, mountain is near the home where my partner lives. So there you go. So that's the mountain you have got to climb already. Like I said, the mountain you are climbing, you're never given one you can't climb. But no river ran connected the river. I connect the river with emotions, the river of life. Christine Allison, I woke up the other night and I saw a white cat at the bottom of my bed. When I sat up, it disappeared. Is that a sign or a spirit? Right. Well, I don't have them with me tonight. My animal cards. I normally have animal cards, but the animal cat, is a very much a significant animal in the world of spirit. Okay, you've heard of animal guides, so look up white cat after the show on Google and in animal guides. Now, my advice is, when you do click in animal guides white cat, it'll probably come up with 5 or 6 different places to look. My advice is go with the one where, if it says something about the white cat and it says it again in another place and again in another place, you're pretty much on the right sort of tracks there. But if you keep getting multiples of different, then let your inner self bring you to the one that tells you that fits. You go, no, it doesn't. I don't feel that. No, oh, no, that's ringing a bell, and that's the psychic connection, because the resonance is running with you. Also, but that being said as well, Christine, I'm getting a feeling of an energy of a couple of cats that were connected to you that are no longer with us. So you could have been having a little visitation from one of your little furry pals from the past. I've had lots of dreams of my own demise in many gruesome ways, says Loretta Lewis. I'm wondering what that means. It means that you are frightened of dying. Okay, that's what that you got a fear of death. Now, hey, listen, you'll be getting on that big, long line. Okay, you're not the only person ever to think that. But let me teach you how the mind works. The mind it takes from information that you've fed into it. So imagine your mind being a computer. Now, in the banks of the computer, all of the data that you've logged in there, the computer can only go to that data. It can't make it up. Okay, so it can only go to that data. So when you have a fear of death ahead, and you have been, say, for example, watching The Exorcist, your mind, your memory, and your conscious and your subconscious are going to put that all together into like a soup, and you're going to have stuff like that. So, Loretta, what I would Loretta, we have a birthday and anniversary of a lovely lady around you being pulled over to the left. So it's mom side of the family. So there is a pink line here. So we're talking mother, grandmother figure. But there's a birthday and anniversary in and around now, the one we do to acknowledge. They're telling me to talk about the number 17 here. So the number 17 relates to a date. It can't relate to a month because there are only 12 of those. So it relates to a date. So either the 17th of a month or the 17 is significant in relation to your particular family. 17 years gone, or the number 17 on a door. I don't know. But they're telling me to talk about the number 17 is significant here. Loretta, they're actually telling me to talk about Joseph the J-O, Joseph, Joe, Johnny, that kind of a name. Who they are, who they're with, please say hi to. Somebody crosses over with, or somebody is dealing with um, a chronic eye issue at the minute, because my right eye is just gone right out of focus. So there's something right here that they want to draw my attention. I'm hearing the name Kathleen, Kathy, Catherine, a C-A-K sounding name they want me to acknowledge. Again, who they are, who they're with, please say hello to. Oh, wow, this is really getting to me. I'm just telling them to take that off me now. She's telling me to talk about the pink crystal. So either she wants me to talk about rose quartz. Wow, that really hurt. She wants me to talk about rose quartz, Loretta. Okay. Wow. That felt like somebody went up and boom, right in my eye, right into my eye. That really hurt, that one did. It's going away now. So obviously when I said take it away, they obviously listened to me. Wow. So let's get Loretta in here. Loretta, you're writing this. Don't mind writing it down. You can listen back to it. Talk to me quickly while I've got the energy connected to me. Oh, that hurt. Wow. So somebody's dealing with an eye issue, or somebody just hurt their eye, I don't know, or somebody's crossed over that had something that did that, but that really hurt. Anyway, let's move on. Can you come back to me on that one as soon as possible? Lynn said, my son used to have a pure white cat they called Minky. My dog passed 3 months ago, says Sherpa. I heard him 2 days after he went, and my God, come on, Sherpa. But nothing since. I have nice thoughts of when I'm out on the beach of him running up and down next to me, but will I ever see him again? You can be, listen, if he's already making contact with you, he's clearly making contact with you. What I would watch out for is him letting you know by being like jumping onto the bed, because I'm seeing indentations on either a couch or a bed, and that's his go-to place, and it's still going to happen. All right, that's your Aunt Kathy. Can I have a card? I have a question. Well, what's your question? Okay, so the card usually relates to the reading, Loretta. Okay, and the reading I'm getting and the energy and the feeling I'm getting is that you need to step up to the plate in relation to looking after yourself. Okay, I don't feel a massive amount of medical issues, but more reestablishing yourself in life, really. Getting out there, linking in with friends, meeting new friends, creating what you used to have. That's the feeling I'm getting. And the name Mary is being shouted at me, okay? Really is being shouted at me, the name Mary. And weirdly enough, I'm seeing a statue that used to stand in my grandmother's house, a beautiful statue of the Mother Mary with like blue, like a blue I don't know, gown thing on, blue and white, and like a golden rosary around her neck. That's the one I'm describing, the one of my grandmother's, but I'm seeing that. So I don't know why, unless they just want me to force the name Mary through. I don't know, but I'm seeing that particular statue, and that was really, really very poignant to my grandmother. That particular statue. Okay, far away. What's your question, Loretta? Sherpa, I would say he's not gone. I don't feel he's left you yet. I really don't think he wants to leave you just yet. He doesn't want to cross that rainbow bridge really just yet, because he doesn't feel you're ready for him to sort off. I'm also seeing hairs, like in hairs where they shouldn't be. So like you might find hairs in the bathroom, or hairs, on a coat that you would have cleaned, but it's really unique. Okay, so Loretta, it's a silent question. Okay, well, I'm going to go with that number, the number 17. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's the number 17 right there. All righty, so let's get those back in line there. So whatever your silent question is, the situation will improve. Okay. Now, I was talking to you about pink crystals. Look at the color of that angel's gown. Okay. Now, there's dolphins in the background there. They are the messengers of the sea. Okay. And they are the guardian of the sea. So, whatever's going on around you, the situation is definitely going to improve, and you are most definitely being watched over. Okay. But I would suggest that you need to be carrying the pink crystal. Okay, the pink crystal is important. That's great, Paul. Oh my God, that's wonderful. Do you want to share? I'm glad you got out of that what you want. The weird thing that's going on here though, if I was in a theater and I was standing on stage now, I would be and I'd be talking about what's referred to as a me too. In other words, the energy coming in is relating not only to Loretta but somebody else, and that somebody else is Sherpa. Okay, so Sherpa, listen to what I've just been talking to with Loretta, because some of that information is being split and shared with you as well. Okay, and it's definitely, wow, of course, definitely to do with the dolphins. Remember, I've said that it's something to do with the dolphins, Sherpa. All right. So if you're enjoying the show, don't forget leave comments below. It's really important, but it's equally and vitally important that you share the show. So please get it out there with your friends and family. Let's get that going. If you've got any questions, now's the time to put them to me. Oh my God, that's wonderful. That's my card, says Loretta. Well, you are very, very welcome. You are more than welcome. I'm going to grab a quick drink. So in the meantime, I will be doing a little bit of advertisement. And so stick around. I'll be back to you in literally 1 minute and 20 odd seconds. All right. I was getting lost in that. The music in on that particular film is mesmerizing. I was just letting myself go in that. What was happening just there was that when I was bringing that energy through earlier with the eye, it hurt a wee bit more than I was letting on. So I had to quickly just kind of cleanse that. So welcome back to the show. Paul Francis here, your host. If you've got any questions for me, now's the time to do it. And I will be open to bringing through your friends and family. Now, while I'm waiting on the questions, I needed to address a couple of things really that that kind of sort of leans over from Ghost 22. If you haven't joined us on Ghost 22 yet, please come and join us. It's a great show. We have a great time doing it. And next week, next Tuesday night, will be Ghost 22, and it will see the return of one of our great friends, Paul Obi-Wan. And Paul, he's a creator of technology in ghost detection. So a great person for you guys to meet and put your questions to him, and he will give you some really good advice on how to maybe create some kit of your own. Okay. But Paul will be with us next Tuesday night. It won't be Monday, because Monday I'm back up in Exeter Hospital with my beautiful wife, Johanna. So the show will be back on Tuesday night, right? But one of the things I wanted to bring across, there's a lot of hearsay, and there's a lot of I won't allow myself to fall down on my knees and start kicking off and spouting off and doing stuff like that. So, but I kind of like had my bell rung with something that I was dealing with last week, and it was a priest, and he was out there and he was talking about doing exorcisms and stuff like that, and he was talking about how mediums do the reads, and it really got to me, because this priest, who right up until he started talking the stuff he was talking about, I had a lot of, I was sharing his videos, going, you gotta listen, watch this guy, and I'd even messaged him personally. And then he started talking about us mediums are being conned, and we are actually in touch with demons. And basically the demons are listening in, and there's the demons that bring it through. Now, I was saying to Dawn the other day, demons aren't really well known for helping people and bringing through messages of love and messages of how to get yourself picked up and start over and dust yourself off and get on with life. They're not really well known for that, okay? And wouldn't you have it, it's in America yet again. And this priest, Father Dan, as his name is, really, I felt really let down by him. Because what he's talking about, he was saying anybody he deals in crystals is messing with the occult and messing with demonology. And I've never heard such crap in my life. And it's so untrue. It's so total and utter rubbish. And he said anybody deals with crystal, Jetty, previous to saying that, he was talking about spraying salt water. I was thinking, I don't know, but things have changed since I was at college. But when I was at college, salt was a crystal. But anyway, there we go. And I really did feel let down by that. I just thought I want to share that with you guys. Like I was going through enough that week. KJ Harts, first time watching. Welcome to the show. Great to see you. Thank you very much for being here. Can I invite you to come off Facebook, KJ? What's your I was going to say YouTube link. Come across to YouTube. You'll either can come in on when you go into the YouTube to search bars, Paul Francis 111, FRANCIS 111, or Paul Francis Medium, and it'll bring you right back to the show. And I'd love to invite you to subscribe, all free of charge, and hit the notification bell, and you'll be able to see the show anytime you like. So, KJ, welcome to the show. It's a pleasure to have you here with us. What a load of BS. Take no notice of that guy, Paul. Well, actually, I took a lot of notice of him, Lynn, because he was talking, a lot of stuff he was talking about, and he was quite knowledgeable. And I was thinking, right, yeah, I understand that. Because a lot of the stuff that he was talking about, I'd heard, being brought up with the bishop. My great uncle was a bishop, Bishop Lennon, an amazing man. And I'd learned a lot of stuff through that. And then he just went total rubbish. Kayla, good to see you. First time watching. Thank you so much for being here. Kayla, first of all, please hit the like button. hit the subscribe button and the little bell notification, and you'll be told anytime that I release stuff up onto YouTube. And I do release a lot of stuff onto YouTube. And anytime I'm doing shows, and I do things called pop-ups, and just, I've got some space, or if I'm, sitting in the car waiting for my wife or whatever the case may be, I very often will do a pop-up, and I'll do Q&A. If it's your first time watching, Kayla, my name is Paul Francis, obviously. I'm a psychic medium, have been for 35 years, professional, and I do reads for people here and now. And I also do angelic cards that back up the read. Okay, so if you have any questions, Kayla, please put them to me. It'd be lovely to hear from you. Julie Sharp says, I was nearly asleep then. Sorry, Paul. Sorry, Paul. Left side aura, my left side function practically gone, and my eye constant pain, like I needed to pop it out and rub it back. Wow. That's the same as only mine's my right eye. That was what I was just going through in that read just now. He says a lot to steer people away from investigating. Yeah, he does. And anyway, I've locked him out now. I'm not letting him back into my aura, into my world. I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed that a priest could be that naive and tell people untruths. That's the bit that got me. That's weird, as my left eye is stinging since the show started. When I was doing that read earlier on, one of the energies came forward and they were talking about, having something here. And next, it just felt like somebody stuck their thumb right in, and it really hurt. So I even had to put on, as you know, an advert in the middle of it while I went and cleared it. It was really quite painful. Anyway, let's get on with the show. It's feeling tons better now. The pain subsided. When I do that, I can feel it, but it subsided compared to what it was. Let's get on with the show. So I wanted to get that little rant out of the way. Sorry, Father Dave, if you watched the show. I wish you nothing but love and strength and a great life. But what you're talking about is a load of crap. So let's move forward. Davy Jones, welcome to the show. Good to see you, pal. Good to see you. I wish I could hear from my gram. Caleb. Right. Okay. Well, I'm going to be open to your grandmother now. If your grandmother is in around us, I will be open for it. But the best way to build up that energy, Kayla, is to ask questions. Okay. So whatever question you want, it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to try and suss information out of you, because if you try to give me information, I'll stop you. Okay. But in fact, when people give psychics, or me, I don't know about any other psychics, but if people give me information, they actually make my life harder, because if you give me data, then your spirit family has now got to confirm that data in another way. And by the way, they may have been wanting to use that data to represent who they are, and you've just taken it away from them. So I will always stop anybody giving me information. You actually make my life harder. The best thing to do is ask questions about what's going on and what's, whatever you want. Literally go ahead and ask whatever you like. Davy, yeah, she's doing well. She's upstairs in bed. She has been for the last 2 days. It's a wee bit harder than we thought. She's got a bit of a road to walk yet, but we will get it. She's a strong fighter. Gemini Moon says, greetings to all, first time here. Gemini, welcome. It's great. It's a great honor to have you here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for taking the time out of your life to be on our show. And you're going to meet a lot of people from all over the world who are like-minded. It's really, really good to see. Thank you for being here. If you've just joined us and you haven't already hit that like button, please do that now. It's important. YouTube is starting to kick off shows with not a lot of likes and not a lot of followers and so on and so forth. So if you'd like to keep our show on here, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to the show. Davy Jones, would I be open to your dad? Absolutely, of course I would. I'm open to any and all energies to come through, but like I keep trying to teach you guys, it's a sort of symbiotic way of working. So you need to build the energy up around you. So you start talking and start interlinking and start asking questions, and you'll build that energy up. They can then use that energy and boost through and come and have a chat with me. So that's why I say ask the questions. Righty. So where are we? Everybody's welcoming in Gemini. It's really good to see. Right. So Kayla, since she's passed, I feel so lost. I bet you, I know exactly what you're feeling, Kayla. I was doing some research last night, and I happened to be going through some photographs, and I saw my dad, and I lost my dad not too long ago, and I just plummeted. I mean, dealing with a lot of pressure and stress in my family life, but that just kind of like was the cherry on the top. So I do know what where you're feeling now. Here's the thing about Kayla. The thing about missing someone, that's very, very natural, totally and utterly natural. So don't worry. And it's okay. And I'm going to tell you it again. It's okay to have a weep about the loss of somebody. That's absolutely fine. Okay. But what? Okay. Well, if this lady is connected to you, and I'm not saying she is, but I'm getting two energies coming through, but it's led by a man. It's not led by a female, but the female stands back into his left shoulder, which means to me, that usually means they're together, because if you look at a picture of a marriage, the wife is always to the husband's left. Okay, so there's a gentleman steps forward, Kayla, and this gentleman is I wouldn't have said he was very, very tall, to be honest with you. Okay. I would say he's around about my height, 5'5", thereabouts. Okay. I don't know if he was in the military, but I am seeing flags being waved here. So he wants me to acknowledge military, whether he did national service or something along those lines. I don't know. But it was back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, around that time frame. Because I'm seeing the uniform that he's wearing and the vehicles. So either he was a mechanic or he worked on or around vehicles for some particular reason. Okay, Michelle, welcome to the show. Good to see you, my darling. Kayla, either your second name is after this lady, or they want me to acknowledge your second name for some particular reason. Okay. That's very kind of you, Kayla. I really appreciate that. Amazing you asked that question. I just asked the very same question about belated dad. Sort of where from here. I understand that. Okay, I just want to try and work on Kayla here for a second, guys, if you don't mind. Sandra Davies, welcome to the show. Good to see you. I like to start to blink when I think of something decisive. So where's Kayla? Where is she? There she is. Okay. That's her first husband. You pop up. Right. Okay. Well, he's kind of leading the way here. Now, now if that's her first husband, is her second husband still alive? Because she stands just behind his left shoulder. That would make sense because she's not standing side by side. However, it's also important to understand that you understand that they're together. That's really important. Okay. My middle name is basically almost all of the girls have the same middle name, right? Well, then that's basically why they keep talking about the second name. Okay. Sandra Davies, good to see you. Thanks very much for being here. Sandra, can I get you to come off Facebook, please? Come off Facebook and go over into YouTube. Okay, far more stable, and you won't get hacked. Okay, I was hacked again this week. This week. That's 7 times this year, nearly once a month. And that's the reason why I don't go on Facebook much anymore. Um, right. Okay. Well, it's important for you to understand, Kayla. I don't know whether you think that she was alone. She's most definitely not alone. Okay. Um, I don't know where the name Val or Valerie or Viv, but there's just a V sounding name to be shouted. Now, if you're first time here, when I get names, don't automatically assume that name is crossed over, the person crossed over. And my referencing means who they are, who's with them, or they want me to say hi to. But there's a V sounding name, okay, like Vivian, Valerie, that kind of a name. Um, Now, if this is your grandmother, okay, who's acknowledging, and I really am begging her for her name, um, as much as she loved Pop Pop, okay, she felt kind of more in tune with your granddad who's still here, okay, but he is feeling really out of it at the minute. So, if it's anything at all, it's really about, I don't know why I'm supposed to say this, helping him walk. Does that make sense? I don't know why I'm supposed to say that. I'm not getting a feeling on my legs or anything like that, but helping him walk. And whether that's a sort of a euphemism to say, you know, take him out, get his mind off things, that kind of a thing. I don't know. But I'm supposed to say help him walk. Well, Evelyn would be because Evie, the V sign, is short for Evelyn, Evie. My nan used to pop, my nanny and pop still loved each other, right? Unfortunately, but my pop had issues with alcohol, so they split. When he was gotcha. Well, that's why she stands slightly behind him. But it's important that you know that they're together because what happened here doesn't happen over there. Alrighty, but it's I'm supposed to tell you she's not alone. So either you must. She's telling me to say she got the flowers. Okay, and she's telling me to tell you she got the flowers. And there's either supposed she wants me to talk about the words as being significant. So either you wrote something for her or you left something for her to read. I don't know, but the words are significant. Why is she doing this? She's telling me to do that, like flick your ear. Don't hide. Don't hide. What? Okay, I'm not sure what she means. It's like don't hide the jewelry. You can't see the jewelry when it's hidden. Wear it, you know. But she keeps flicking my left ear, so you understand. That's Kayla. That's all families. That's not just yours. That's all families. What happens is families don't know how to deal with um, grief. There's no rule book for dealing with grief. All families fall out. They all. It happens with pretty much every family because nobody knows what to do. Okay, and there's an old saying: we attack those we love most first. Okay, so give it time; things will settle down. Don't worry. You write letters to her all the time. Okay, well, that's her way of saying she gets the letters. Okay, but it's the flower that's important. Okay, she's telling me to say Mother's Day is significant. Okay, she's really focusing on Mother's Day and she's focusing specifically on the daffodil. Were you planning on being a nurse or was she the nurse? Because she's telling me to talk about the nurse now. And Kayla, can you tell me why she's showing me Derek Akora and Most Haunted? I'm literally seeing an episode of Most Haunted with Derek. Derek was a friend of mine. I had a lot of time for Derek. He was a great guy. I just found out today my brother stopped at the home today and everything of hers is gone. We don't know what's happened to it. My mum took care of her, but I also was on the home health side. Okay, that's why if you were acting like a nurse, if you were doing like nurse duties, then that's why she's talking about the nurse. Okay, now, all right, stop. Stop. You're getting too excited here. Okay. Um, she's telling me to say you smelled her. You got her perfume. Okay, that's her way of letting you know she's around. But there's no way she's gonna come in too strong because you cannot handle it. Trust me, you and I know what you mean. You can't. I'm a professional medium. I have been for 35 years. I've been dealing with spirits since I was 5 years old, so that's 55 years. And I couldn't deal with my mother's crossing. It took nearly 3 years before I was able to let my mother was able to communicate with me without me falling apart. So they've just spoken about that to me, and you are in the same way. Um, you really need to do we. I'm supposed to say you really need to do something with mom. Okay, you're supposed to help mom. Your mom. Who's the L like Laura Louise? Who's that? The L name? They're telling me to talk about Laura Louise Lucy, the strong L name. Don't worry, okay? Don't worry. Everything's going to be fine. Just, and I think that's relating to the question you asked about your brother. I think everything's going to be fine. So just don't worry. Um, everybody is trying to find a way to deal with the crossing, even though they knew it was coming. Okay. Um, right. So I get this from time to time, what I'm about to share with you. I kind of get the feeling that she went down and she comes back up again. And she goes down and she comes back up again. She keeps fighting, and then eventually she lets go. So she didn't want to necessarily just go boom. I kind of get the feeling she fights and pulls back again, and then when she's ready, she leaves. But there's something they were waiting on for her to cross. Okay, so they're either waiting on somebody to come to the house, waiting on somebody to come home, or waiting on something to happen before she allowed herself to cross over to the other side. But before she crossed over, your pop pops was already in the room with her. Okay, and so was her mother. Okay. Now, over on your grandmother's side of the family, there's a C or K name there that they want me to acknowledge, like Catherine, Kate, Kathleen, a C or K name over there they want me to acknowledge. They're telling me to talk about February as being significant or the second of a month. Strong L, second of a month. She wants me to lift the glasses up and down. Do you understand that? That doesn't mean anything to me, but you're clearly way, way, way too young to acknowledge not the two Ronnies. Oh, I've forgotten his name. Morecambe and Wise. Morecambe and Wise used to do that with his glasses, and I'm supposed to do that, but she wants me to mess with the glasses. Okay. Her way of letting you know that she's around. Was she into baking? I'm just making. I'm smelling lovely baking now. You know, like baking. Oh, it's lovely. Reminds me of my grandmother. Oh, slush. Like fresh baked goods, like pies and cakes and stuff like that. Smells lush. Um, she wants me to let you know that the fragrance is how she's going to let you know she's around you. Okay, but it's important that you understand she's really, really, really happy. By the way, she's telling me to say that she no longer has the back or the leg issues. Okay, that's gone. She hasn't got the back or the leg issues anymore. She's like, oh, Something about 1996, 1997. She wants me to go right back to 1996, 97. Something in that year she wants me to acknowledge. Okay. She keeps telling me to tell you she's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. You don't understand. I'm fine. She hasn't carried across with her any of the illnesses or aches or pains or memory issues. There, that's all gone. That stays with the physical. Okay. Right. I'm going to do the card. So she's telling me to talk about February or the 2nd of a month. So I'm going to go with card number 2. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2. She's going to give you an amazing message, young lady. And look at the flowers. Remain positive, Kaylee. Remain positive. It's all going to work out. Okay. You are very, very welcome. You are very welcome. Can't wait to get to the new house and the new set, because I'll actually be inviting some people to come onto the show and actually be on the show. So, Kaylee, thank you so much for being here. Please, please, please don't forget, subscribe, like the show, and share it with your friends and family, especially family who maybe might want a wee bit of a lift going through a dark time. All right, we'll do our, my friends all around the globe. We've all got your back. We're all here. Okay, and there's an amazing bunch of people here to help you. All right. Davy Jones says, what does 1111 mean? Well, 111 is one of the most strongest, powerfulest angelic messages you can get. If you keep seeing it over and over and over, it is a strong message to say that you are being looked after. It is a powerful protection number. Okay, so you're being protected from the angelic realm. They keep putting your foot like that back. You're spending too much time in the past rather than going ahead. So I'm going to do a card for you, Davey. You're spending too much time looking behind and not focusing on where you're going. I've got a gentleman with me at the minute, Davey, who engineering was a big thing. Okay. Either engineering or mechanics or something along the line, because I'm working with my hands and with big tools. Okay. And there's a Welsh connection here, because I'm seeing the Welsh flag with the red dragon on it. I'm supposed to do 2 cards for you. 1, shuffle 2. Okay, so 1. And this is from the angelic realm. That's why you're seeing 111. Now, okay, 2. All right. I wish I'd had the other camera on. I put the other camera on earlier, but for some reason it didn't link up to the show. Card number 1, Davey. Compromise. Okay. Look at the concept there on the balance. Compromise is the key and the goal to get you to where you need to be. Okay. But if you look at the big set of wings behind that angel, that means that you are very much being protected. But compromise is the primary key here. And who you've just been asking about, the answer is yes. Now, if you look at the angel, has got like a big gold orb on one side and the world in the other. Okay, but if you look above the angel, there is another orb with a bird in it. Okay, what that means is literally everything is in your hands. Whatever you want, wherever you want to go, it's all down to you. You are the only person that's holding you back. Compromise, understand, focus, and you will be able to accomplish everything. Is the uncle who's the engineer, is that your dad's brother? Okay, because I feel slightly separated there. Okay, he was into fiction telecom towers. Wow, wow, that's tech. That is. Um, right. Then he wants to step forward tonight to let you know he's around. Okay. But he's around for a reason. So think about what he did. Think about what kind of a person he is, and his influence is being sort of overlain on you at the minute, Davey. All right. So think about who he is. And think about how he would actually tackle specific problems and put that kind of thinking into what you're dealing with at the minute. All right. I'm supposed to say, and I don't even know if it's metaphorically or not, but I'm supposed to say to you, Davey, on your bike. And it's not in no way in any kind of terms is it me telling you to sort off. It really means on your bike. Okay? Remember I've said that. Remember I've said that. So we've just gone through the 9 o'clock, an hour. Gone. So we're going to run out of time. Please come through and talk to me. If you've got any questions you would like answered, please put them through to me right now. Lynn says, amazing readings tonight. Thank you so very much. I was really couldn't wait to get to work tonight. Michelle says, a really heartwarming read for Kayla, bless her. Now, here's the good thing about that, Michelle. First of all, thank you. And the second part of that is when I'm doing reads, it's for the messages are for everybody. Okay. Yes, definitely for Kayla, but the message behind that is, I think the message behind that particular read is when friends and family pass over with a very strong illness, it's important to understand that that illness stays with the physical. It doesn't pass over with the spirit. The energy rises up out, the soul, the spirit rises up out of the physical. Okay. Now I liken it to if you had a car, you know, your favorite car, but you've had your car mended so many times to the point where it's not possible to mend it anymore. It's not fixable. You have to give that up. You have to get out of that car. Even so much as you love it, you still have to get out of it. And that's what happens. So you get up out of it, out of the car, and the soul gets up, but the soul is intact in every way, both mentally, physically, and spiritually. So when we cross over to the other side of life, all of the ailments that we had, be it, you know, sight, sound, touch, smell, taste, limbs, whatever, everything is replaced. If we have, like in my family at the moment, the cancers are left behind. They're not taken to the other side of life. I remember I was last year, some idiotic cretin calling himself a medium was telling people that their friends and family who were in spirit were in hospital in spirit. It doesn't exist. There are no hospitals in spirit. Right, let's have a look at some of the feedback coming in here. Right, Davy Jones says, your cousin, I have a bike and that I have lent to my cousin, which was my dad's bike. Ah, there you go. Michelle says 11 in the chat here. Is your 11, Davy? Debbie Holgate, what's next? I've been told I have spirits all around me. Everybody has spirits all around them, Debbie, and welcome to the show. Keep sharing the show, folks. If you haven't already liked the show, please do that. We need the likes, and we also need you to share the show with your friends and family. It's important. If you would like me to continue to be here on a weekly basis doing the reads for you, I will do that. If you would like a lot more, okay, if you'd like to discover your own connections with spirit, then why not go across to my Patreon channel and start coming in on the seminars that we do have on there. So you'll be able to see the link to my Patreon channel right there. You can join my Patreon channel for free. Again, sign up there for free. And you will be, I do post stuff for all members in that channel. However, if you want to be getting inclusive reads, that's one-to-one time with me, and you want the seminars, you want the teachings, and you want all of the other stuff that I do in there on a weekly basis, join on one of the tiers. You can join for as little as £5 a month. That's it, £5 a month. That's not even a cup of coffee, okay? And you will be getting out of it an immense amount of data and teachings and one-to-ones and seminars all inclusive. Okay, so get yourself across there and join up today, or even why not do that for a loved one? Buy them a link, or buy them, a tier as a Christmas gift. So if you think about it, 5 times 12, 60 quid. Okay, that's cheaper than booking me for a one-to-one. Just so as you know. Thank you, Paul. Says David Jones. You're very, very welcome. So, guys, Debbie Holgate, what's next? I don't understand what your question is, my darling. I don't know what you mean by what's next. I've been told I have spirits around me. Okay. Do you want to elaborate on that? And I'll help you. I'll happily help you, because your question is both intuitive and it is teaching. I can teach people through your answers. Right, Paul, I keep seeing a little girl with a lantern in my dreams. Big bright stars around. What is the meaning of that, please? Well, a lantern usually means light the way. Okay, that's what a lantern usually indicates. It's lighting, it's showing you the way to what's going on, or what our way out of what you're dealing with in your family. Jules, I don't know whether you're dealing with a very strong emotional problem right now, but my heart chakra went off just as I was talking to you. The heart chakra is the emotional center, okay, which is I can't even speak now, which is denoted by the color green. Okay, you may be starting to see green. Usually, when a spirit energy or a link comes up for you in a dream showing a lantern, it means light the way. Okay, I mean, that's what that means, lighting the way. Gupta, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Julie, I really am getting like a real emotional turmoil around you at the moment. I'm not too sure what that means. But I don't know if you're dealing with an emotional problem at the moment. Okay. You know what? I was going to say to you, why don't you close your eyes and do some meditation and ask upon the angels to help you? But I got them all right here. I would say to this to you, Julie, I'm seeing shamrocks around you, so there is luck around you at the moment. Okay. So, but I'm also seeing pound signs, green pound signs. So that means alleviation of your financial. So you may be coming to the end of a mortgage, I don't know, something along those lines, but it means that your financial position is going to improve. Okay. If you win the lottery, remember who it was told you. So, Julie, communicate clearly and look at the color of the card that's just come out. Look at the color directly in the center, green, heart chakra. So whatever it is that you're dealing with on an emotional basis is all going to work out, my darling. All righty. Hi, Paul. I think I got late. Well, you're about 15 minutes left. Can I share my dream also? Yes, of course you can. Absolutely. Far away. No problem whatsoever. I'm going to shut up shop at 9:30 tonight. I still feel there's about 15 minutes left in the show. I haven't been told to close down as yet. So, far away. Whatever your dream is, let me know, and I'll see if I can help you out with it. But I'm also going to do some cards for everybody watching tonight. All right. Now, you guys know, what to do. You close your eyes. You let your mind go. You don't try and think on anything whatsoever, and you will be given. I'm going to do 3 tonight. 3 cards. Right. So you'll be attuned to 1 and 3, 2 and 3, 1 and 2, whatever. So, but don't think on the cards. Let the answer come to you. Exactly. I started to cough. Julie's question. Wow, communication. There you go. There you go. Communication's what it's all about. Communication. Right, we've only got 14 minutes left, because if you guys want to ask me a question, now's the time to do it. So card number 1 is just going down as we speak. So we are. Card number 2 is just shot out of the box, out of the pack. Card number 2. Saw my coffee machines placed randomly in a mall, and then my aunt asked for one without sugar, but I accidentally put sugar in it, and then she accidentally put sugar in it, and then I asked my aunt not to take it, but she took it anyway. Okay. My grandmother was lying next to her, and she looked sick. Okay. Well, if your grandmother's laying next to her looking sick, that's your fear, not hers. Okay. That's your fear. Your fear of losing your grandmother, but not hers. Okay. Um, as for your aunt taking the coffee with the sugar in it, I genuinely don't know. I'm not going to try and lie and spin and make myself look all good and look at me, aren't I know what I'm talking about? I don't honestly know. My feelings are it's something to do with energy, okay? Because sugar's related to energy. Oh, right, okay. Um, I just had a connection with my guide Chen. It's to do with your feelings and worries of what your aunt's thinking of you. Okay, that's what that is. So let me just stop that again. I stop the channel flying up and down. Um, it's Chen. Chen is one of my guides. Okay, and he comes close for wisdom, and he comes close for what I'm dealing with of reads of that nature. It's really down to you there, Gupta. It's not down to the people that you're seeing in your dreams. It's what your perception is of them. So you're worried about what your aunt is thinking about you. Does she think that have you been diminished in her eyes and something along those lines, which is not the case, but that's what it is. It's about why or what you think they're thinking of you. Now, Gupta, I want to say this to you as well. There's I don't know if the word deal is the right word here, but they show me playing cards, which means to me, play the hand you've got. Okay. So when you're dealing with a business situation, play the hand you've got. Don't play what you don't have. Okay. Don't step out into an area that you don't have control in. That's what that means. Okay. Card number 3. It's just come to me. There we go. Just lost my husband. Is he around me? Debbie, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. You can be assured if your husband has just crossed over, my darling, that he will definitely, definitely be around you. Do you know what? I don't know whether I'm with Gupta or with Debbie. Okay, I don't know whether I'm Gupta or with Debbie. Pair of you, pay attention, okay? The energy who's just quickly grabbed me, okay, is saying that this is not his first dealing with what crossed this person over. Okay, so if this person, the person who's just crossed over, this was not the first dealing with the issue that took him to the other side of life. I don't know of times or dates or months were out of sync. Okay, so in relation, what I mean by that is if the person was given a certain amount of months and it didn't reach that, I don't know, but it's something about times, dates, and months being out of sync. I'm supposed to share with you. Okay, right. Just let's go down here and find out what's going on here. You also don't like that, and there's that, and that just answers the question that you're worried about what they're thinking of you. Oh, that's a common dream. That is, Barry. I used to do that. Yeah, in my dreams, I used to be able to fly. Um, there is a reason for that, and there is an answer to that. I can't remember what it is right now, but I miss those being able to fly dreams. Okay, so Debbie, if you can quickly jump back to me here, I may well be with you. Michelle says, my dad thought he had more time left. Yeah. This kind of feels recent though, Michelle, rather than um, you know, in over long term. It feels to me recent. And I'm going to share with you why I know that. Because my dad, my mom went into hospital, and my dad came on the phone to me about 3 days after she went into hospital, and he went, "It's not good. The prognosis is not good." And I said, "Okay, what are we talking about here?" And he said, 6 to 8 months. And I went, "Right, okay." 2 days later, he rang me and said, "You need to get over now." And I said, "What are you on about now?" He said to me, "You need to get over now." I said, "What happened to 6 months?" And I did. She lasted 3 weeks. Um, Gupta says, "Thank you for the interpretation. You're very welcome." He and his whole family had cancer. Every one of them. Wow. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that, Debbie. And I'm sorry for what you're going through, my darling. In fact, my beautiful wife is upstairs right now in bed, having just had a 5.5 hour marathon surgery to have cancer removed from her body. She's not in a good position at the minute. She's not well at all. But if it's right, then your husband's cancer was different than everybody else's, okay? Because everybody else's was tied to one specific area, and your husband's was different. Because I'm being told one is different to the others, okay? Um, just as a matter of interest, did it affect his sight? Did this affect his sight, Debbie? They told him 6 months and he lasted 18 months, great, because all out of sync. Got it. Now, the reason why I'm asking it, Debbie, because earlier on I had this read and it felt like somebody punched me in the eye, and I was just trying to figure out whose it was connected to. Extremely painful. But that's what I'm just still trying to figure out who in the group it was connected to. Why does he want me? Okay, I'm not saying I've got your husband here, but I do have two males here with me. And as I'm pushing them towards Gumta, they're pulling me back. So what I do is I push them towards somebody in the group, and they'll either go, "Yep, go with that," or pull me back, and I'm being pulled back. So as we're talking, as I'm leaning towards you, Debbie, I'm going to go with what I'm being esophagus, right? Um, why is he supposed? Oh wow, that card shot out of the deck just as I was talking about to you, Debbie. Okay, you notice that the angel's holding the key, and it's telling me to tell you to be assertive. Okay, so I don't know if you're dealing with something within the family, and maybe somebody's feeling like they're taking over. Stand up and go, "No, hey, stop. Be assertive." Alrighty. But before that kicked in, I'm supposed to tease you about your husband's shoes. All right. Something about the shoes I'm supposed to tease you about. Don't ruin the good shoes. That's all I'm hearing. Okay. Would you understand if I said to you, "Don't be silly. You can't wear all the rings"? Would you understand that if I said that to you? Because I'm hearing in the back of my head, "Don't be silly. You can't wear all the rings," like that. I'm also being told to say to you, it wouldn't have mattered if he had done what they'd said. it wouldn't have made any difference. If you do you understand that? If he had done what they said to do, it wouldn't have made any odds. It wouldn't have made any difference. Okay. He knows, and you know, and they know that the feeling is he's taken too quickly. All right. But his feelings now is no. Right. This is going to be difficult to hear. It's not my information. Okay. John Ebert taught me to be the mailman, deliver the mail, don't read it. If he was able to go through all of the various bits and pieces and all of this and that and the other, it would have been a jail sentence for him, and he would not have been able to handle that. Does that make sense to you? Okay. He feels more like the right things were done now than he did while he was still here. I don't know about if I'm speaking gobbledygook to you, but it feels to me like if he had gone down the route they wanted him to go down, it would have been like a jail sentence, and he didn't want any of that. Who's a strong P, Debs? Who's a strong P? Like Pat, Pete, Paul. Who's a strong P? Hey, Kay, welcome to the show, love. Good to see you. Debbie, you said no to. I don't know what you said no to because my read is constant. So whatever it is you say no to, I don't know. Then you go, yes, I do. This is the kind of show. This is what I'm talking about. The new format for the show. I would send Debbie a link and say, right, come on the show, and I'll do this with you one-to-one. That's what the new show is going to be like in 2025. Okay, we will actually have people on the show doing reads, and even people turning up to the studio to do reads as well. Right. So, Debbie, ask a question, my darling. What question do you want? Just waiting for Debbie to ask a question. Debbie Holgate. At the same time, guys, don't forget, you can come and join my Patreon channel, of which you will get tons, loads and loads. So go across to my Patreon channel and sign up to a tier there for as little as £5 a month. And you will get so much seminars. You'll be linked to lots of people around the globe, all of similar minded. You'll get teachings, reads, and I do a lot of card work on there as well. And I do a lot of animal teachings and stuff like that, all inclusive in the tier. Is he okay, Debbie? He is 100%. He wants to do this. We understand? He wants to do that. That's important, apparently. He's going like this. Why would he be focused on a tattoo? Do you understand that? I don't know whether he has a tattoo or somebody has the tattoo, but there's something about tattoo he wants. He understands you miss him, darling. He totally understands that. He is around. He is around. Okay. Apparently, it's either the window at the back. What is that? I can't understand what you're saying. He keeps pointing to the window at the back, like get it fixed or get it closed or something about the window at the back he wants me to draw my attention to. He's very happy with his hair. That's important. He's met up with a friend. He's met up with a pal. Whoever the pal with the bike is he's met up with the pal. Okay. So is he okay? Oh my God, he is bouncing with energy. He is. They tell me to go back to his late 30s, early 40s. He's making me feel that that was kind of like the height of who he was. Um, or well, it feels like 30s to me. I'm really around 40s, but I feel like I could take on the world. Okay, and that's who he is now. Okay, not who he is when he crossed, if that makes sense to you. But he really, really wants me to tease you about the shoes. Okay. Right. Debbie, if I can answer any questions, I will be more than happy to do that. But we're going to go into the last segment of the show now. First of all, let me just say to all of you all, thank you so much for being here. Debbie, could I, 'cause, you're very welcome. He really wants to tease you about the shoes. I've got to tease you. But Debbie, can I invite you to come off Facebook and come into YouTube? Um, the YouTube connection is Paul Francis 111. So when you go into YouTube, across the top bar, you'll see, you just do a search for Paul Francis Medium or Paul Francis 111. It'll bring you right back to the show. And I'll invite you to subscribe and hit the bell icon. It's all free of charge. But that way you won't miss any of our shows, okay? And we have 2 shows a week. One's called Ghost 22, which is a laugh, good fun. And again, more importantly, though, Debbie, that it's kind of like you could well have been channeled by him to come into a group of people that are all like-minded. And a lot of people in the room tonight who are watching you get your read will be empathizing with you and will be there to talk to you at any time you want. So I really get the feeling is to let you know you're definitely not alone. Okay, you are most definitely not. The white rose. Okay, he's telling me to say the white rose just before he pulls back. Now, red roses obviously means love. That obviously means love. No, you didn't miss the card yet, Jules. You haven't missed it yet. I'm not going until I do the card, so don't worry. I'm going to share with you, Debbie, what the white rose means to me, not you. Okay, it's a symbol for me. The rose, irrespective of its color, means love. All right, but what the white rose for me means an apology. Okay, it means an apology from love, based in love. Okay, so I don't know why he would be apologizing, but that's an apology means that the last part of what a white rose would mean is special between you and him. Okay, so if he's bringing up the white rose, it'll also mean it's something very special between yourself and him. All right. Love the Cornish hymn, the White Rose. Oh yeah. I wondered where you were, Miss Hatton. You disappeared. Right. Before I've got the 3 cards all sitting down there, and as I say, unfortunately the other camera wasn't working, or you'd be able to see them. What I want you to do is literally just Jackie's just come in as well. Hey, Jax. Well, Jax, I'm literally about to do the 3 cards before I call it a night. Don't guess. Don't go. Oh, shall I go for one? Don't guess. Don't even think about the cards. Okay, just put your mind somewhere else. Okay, I'm going to give you a minute or 2 to do it, so don't rush. Put your mind somewhere else and be drawn to either 1, 2, or 3. Okay, or a combination of any of them. And genuinely, if you really, really, really feel pre the cards being turned over that all 3 are going to be a message for you, then that's fine. Okay, I'm not going to call you greedy. Well, I might, but please welcome Debbie Holgate to our worldwide family community. And Debbie, quite a lot of people in this group will have gone through what you're going through, so you are definitely not alone. Okay, my darling, and I'll always answer questions for you. No problem. Elizabeth R. Sorry, I'm very late. Elizabeth, my darling, you're never late. If you come in for the last 30 seconds, I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time out of your life and to come in here because you grace us. Thank you so very, very much. And don't worry, you can always rewind the show and watch it again. No problem. That's the great thing about a show like this. So go ahead, have a think. What are you going to go for? Are you going to be drawn to a specific card? I haven't seen them. They're turned face down, so I don't know what they are. So you guys get a feel for what card you're going to go for. I have just turned the cards over. Wow. Wow. All right. Interesting. Christine says number 2. Okay. Wacky says number 3. Jackie, do you know what? I was thinking about you the other day, and it came up, and came in through a meditation. Not I was sitting thinking about Jackie like that. It came through a meditation. I'm supposed to, or we, the team, is supposed to do something with you on the paranormal front for some reason. I don't know why, or where, or how, but it's supposed to happen. And I found that really interesting. Excuse me if that sounded a bit gross. So Christine's going for number 2. Julie's going for number 1. She wears the white rose, its splendor. She wears the white rose, it's in its bloom. She loves the white rose as far as it grows. It's the rose that reminds me of you. Oh, Barry's going for 2 and 3. Well, I was doing this meditation, meditating on drawing energy and clearing energy in the house and doing all that stuff. And where we're going with the Ghost 22 and where we're going with Reach Across and how it's going to translate to Netflix and things of that nature. And all of a sudden, I just heard you are supposed to work with Jackie and you're supposed to do it in London. And for some reason, it's supposed to connect in with the Ripper Chronicles. Okay? Just remember I've said that. The Ripper Chronicles. Interesting. Right. If you haven't already chosen your cards, I'm about to do them. Okay? So, if you chose card number 1, ladies and gentlemen of the world, whatever it is that you've been thinking about, whatever it is you're trying to drive on, it's going to happen a year from now. Okay, so that doesn't mean 2025 as in 10 weeks time. It means a year from now. Okay, which means that your build up and your drive and your motivation is going to go in the right direction. But if I bring that close, you will see the angels are guarding the world, so don't worry. Okay, that's a great card, very powerful card. If you selected dos, unos, dos, tres, cuatro, if you selected number 2, the answer is within the next few months. Okay, so the fruition or the outcome of what you've been planning is going to come together within the next few months. So by February, you'll be able to reach all of the top of those steps and get to that golden top. All right. Patty D'Agostino, welcome to the show. Welcome from New York. Hey, how's it going in New York? But Patty, you're very, very welcome. You're very, very welcome. But we're right at the end of the show. I'm sorry to say, we're right at the end of the show. Love that name. Very Italian. D'Agostino. Sounds very Italian. Patty, you will be welcomed now, as always. But we are literally at the end of the show. You can always rewind the show and watch it again. So if you selected card number 3, now bearing in mind you're all allowed, you can have all 3 cards. It's your call. Okay. So, and I will do the cards again in a second. Patty, Allow your head to draw in a number between 1, 2, and 3, or 1 and 3, 2 and 3, 3 and 1, whatever. You can have all three if you want, but I'm doing the 3 cards. So if you selected tonight already, preconditioned to card number 3, the answer is howdy from Texas. The answer is there is no need to worry. Okay. Don't be building. The way I'm getting the feeling on this card is don't be building mountains out of molehills. Don't overthink the situation. There is no need to worry. That's something I tell people on a regular basis. There's nothing to worry about until there's something to worry about. Don't go looking for things to worry about. So if you didn't see all 3 cards, card number 1 was it's a year from now, but it's all going to work out. If you watch, the angels are at the 4 corners of the earth and they are taking care of the earth. Okay? A year from now, everything is going to be fine. Card number 2, it's going to happen within the next few months. I just knocked the camera there. It's going to happen in the next few months. Whatever it is, whatever issue you've been dealing with, the steps are going to be literally laid out in front of you to get to your goal within the next few months. And finally, of course, there is no need to worry. Okay, there's nothing to worry about until there's something to worry about. So don't go looking for things to worry about. If things are great in your life, then allow that to happen for you, because you deserve greatness. You deserve happiness and you deserve love. Okay, don't think anything less than that. To all of the new people who came and joined us tonight on Reach Across Live, I am honored that you were here. Thank you very much for being here. I will be back with the team on Tuesday, not Monday, Tuesday. Monday, unfortunately, Johanna and I have got to go right back way up to Exeter again, where we'll be meeting with the surgeons and they'll be looking at how she is coming on herself. So please continue to send your love and your healing and your prayers for her. She's upstairs at the minute. She's not having a great time of it at the minute, but we are looking out for her. Thank you, Paul. Love you, buddy. I love you too, Don. You're an absolute rock star. Thank you so much for always being there. I will catch up with you over the next 2 days anyway. Don't worry about that. Thank you very much for your time. You're very, very welcome. Don, hilarious. Why not? Now, I didn't get to say a proper hello to our pals from Texas. Hi to go. I'm so sorry that I didn't get a chance to say hi to you. Welcome to the show, as always. I know it's a bit sort of in late in the afternoon for you, but thank you for being here anyway. We are at the end of the show. I am thinking of doing a late afternoon show on a Saturday. Okay. Around the sort of 5 o'clock mark. I don't really have a lot on anyway, so I'm thinking about doing something. We used to do a show called Moments, and I was thinking about bringing that back. Okay, so let me know your thoughts. If you'd like me to do a late afternoon show on a Saturday, let me know. That's something I would be very interested in maybe putting together, and you guys can come and have a look and have a chat, and we'll do something fun on a Saturday afternoon. Don't forget, join us again on Tuesday. We have a whole pile of new merchandise for you guys. Great Christmas presents, such as the Ghost 22 cap, which is now available in multiple colors: green, black, red, blue, whatever you want, really. The green looks cool, I think. I mean, everybody's going to go for the black. That makes sense. Good for me. I'm in from work at that time, around 3, so I can make it. Show us your mugs. Dawn, you are a terrible person. I don't have the mugs around me right now. They're not here. But we have these cool magic mugs. Okay. So the mugs just look like beautiful black mugs, but they're white in the inside. They look really quite cool. And then you fill them up with a hot beverage of your choice, and the mugs change, and you get this symbol come up on the mug. Also, we have another symbol with it's really quite cool. It's like a ghostly figure coming up on it as well, because it's Paraghost and Ghost 22. So this kind of ghost figure comes up on it as well. But I'm actually talking to them as well about having our Sammy the Ghost, who's a red ghost, and that's going to be available. You might have seen that in a video that was done the other day with the ghost appearing. Well, that ghost is available on T-shirts. If you saw our show the other night, you'll be able to see that I was wearing the red Sammy the Ghost T-shirt, and he's going to appear on mugs as well. Alrighty. So, guys, thank you for always being here. Thank you for always having my back. Thank you for your support and your love and your strength. If you haven't already hit that like button, please do it now. But more importantly, share the show. Let's get the numbers up. Help us hit those big figures, and we'll do it together as a team. Right? Have a great weekend, and we're resuming towards Christmas at a rapid rate now. So we're a little bit scary towards Christmas, actually. I will tell Johanna that you're sending all your love and your healing to her. I will definitely do that for you, and we'll get together on Saturday. If I can do something this Saturday, I might just stick something together. So look out for a pop-up. You might get Dawn on the show and a few other people sticking their heads in. Why not? Let's do it. Paul, ask yourself where he is getting these thoughts from. Maybe the dark side is getting into his head, speaking to him. Who's he? Elizabeth, who are we talking about? Ask yourself where he is getting these thoughts from. Who? Elizabeth, maybe the dark side is getting into his head and speaking through him. Sometimes things are inverted. Sometimes things are inverted. It depends on your point of view and how you view things. Okay, like for an example, I have no viewing of any kind with tarot cards. I'm not linked to them. Not interested in them. I don't find them interesting. I don't understand or feel the want to do it. When I was doing my training as a psychic and medium, I was told by my guides, "You will never use the tarot." I was fine. I'm not interested. So it depends on your point of view, Elizabeth. Really, okay. But I don't know who he is that you're talking about. But thank you nonetheless. Brilliant show, love moments. Yeah, so maybe we should bring that back. Be interesting. Right. Anyway, look after yourselves. Don't forget. And I say this every single time, but I really, really mean it. Take time out every day just for you. Take it out. Switch off the world. Take at least 15 minutes a day just for you. It's amazing. I was doing that the other day, and I was told in the meditation that we're supposed to work with Jackie. And it's something to do with the Ripper Chronicles. So that's interesting that come out. Take time out every day just for yourself. And don't forget, communicate, appreciate, and validate. What does that mean, Paul? I'll tell you. Communicate with the people in your life that are important to you. Appreciate everything you have with them and what you've got for yourself. Then validate it by telling them just how important they are to you. Validate everybody in your life, every opportunity you get, so a medium never has to do it for you. Don't ever be in a position to say, "Oh, I wish I had just taken that last call." All right. Love you all. Have a great weekend. And I will be back Tuesday. Don't forget, I'll be back this coming Tuesday. And until then, good night. God bless. See you all soon.